like I said, I played boys my whole career, and then when it came time to the Team Quebec camps, Team Ontario, like your province camps to make the team, I got invited when I was really young. I think I was like 15 for the U18s, and I made the team um, when I was 16, I think, or 15. I don't remember, but we had like this tournament, this national tournament in Calgary, whereas the Team Canada facility for all the Olympians or players. And they would have like scouts of Hockey Canada, but I didn't really know at the time. I was just, oh my God, I'm representing like Quebec. This is awesome. I was just having a blast. And then a couple months later, I got like an email saying that I was invited to Team Canada U18 camp in May. So I didn't really know what to expect. I was just like, oh, is that, I didn't really get it, you know? But once I got there, I was like, oh my God, this is for real, like the best players of my age, like all there. You get testings, you get to touch the ice the first camp. It was just like a conditioning camp. It was like really hard. Didn't expect to be that hard, but at a young age like that, you can just push yourself. But obviously, like as I get older and everything, I had to put more work into it to make the teams and everything. But no, and then I got invited to the final camp in August, and that was like 2 weeks. And you basically play games against the teams, and no, it was great experience. It was definitely like I think for me at this age, the highest level I've ever played. Like it was so fast. Like the girls were all skilled, and it was great to like play with girls from both coast to coast to the country. Like it was awesome.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, maybe you can share too about like were you nervous? Were you obviously excited to go to the camp? What were you feeling, and how did you deal with that part of it while being there?
Yeah. So my first camp, I wasn't too nervous in the sense that like I was just so happy I got invited. I remember taking the plane and my mom wrote me a letter. She was like, I'm so proud of you for going to camp, and like whatever happens, like this is such a great opportunity. So I was just like kind of like, wow, like my job is done. Like I got invited to a Team Canada camp, right? And then that year I made the team. So it was just like on like I just personally didn't expect it. Like I was just so happy to be there. But then yeah, for sure, like the second camp, when it's like the final camp, you're like nervous. I was getting nervous, but I think preparation is everything, When you worked hard all summer to get there and you put the work into it, your stress level is going to decrease for sure because you've done everything you could in the off season. I would go on the ice like with a skill coach, kind of like a guy like you when I was 17, and he really prepped me to be at my best possible shape on the ice. Like I remember going through drills, everyone was dying, and I was like, "Wow, I'm in top shape," because he was just so hard on me. But
Right.
no, honestly, like I think preparation is everything when you're getting to a camp, knowing you're gonna be nervous and everything.
Yeah, I agree. Personally had my good times that I was in shape, and then also had my times that I guess you'd say personal failures that I just wasn't quite there and ready. But that's the challenges of being an athlete is you're not always going to be 100%, and sometimes there's injuries that affect your training or preparation as well, and there's a lot of different things. But like you said, just putting in the work and controlling what you can control to
Can
be
control, yeah, that's
for the opportunity that you've been waiting for forever. Um, yeah, I think maybe you can chat about the actual world championship experience, playing on that team.
yeah. So it was in Buffalo, New York, not too far from Canada, right? So I had some family members come in, and it was just like overall it felt like surreal when you're there because you have the jersey, you have your name on it, and then you have your country, like it says Canada in front, and you're like, whoa. And just like the national anthem, like our first game was against the US, so it was like packed. it was just like all USA like fans and everything. And we couldn't even hear each other on the ice. Like it was like the first experience I had that many fans. And it was for sure like you're young, you don't really know like kind of like what's going on. It's like it's insane. Um but really realizing that it's like you're representing your country was like the biggest like I think thing. Like I wouldn't like believe it kind of, but once you get there, you just play your game, you play hockey, and wherever they put you on the roster, you're just like yes, and you just go all in. So,
For sure.
and we lost that year in final in overtime against the US. So
Okay. Yeah, close.
tough loss, but
Notice that you were a silver medalist, which is probably tough that you didn't get the gold, but very cool that you are a medalist winner and that got that type of experience. I'm sure lots of friends from that group as well that you
oh
probably,
yeah, for sure. Still
um,
have some great connections with girls. Yeah.
yeah. And not to really put you on the spot, but maybe you can share, what feels like to be cut from the I guess the development camp, I guess you say,
Development.
not getting that invite to the next step.
Yeah.
I think it's important that these younger players know that good or great players see negatives as well. It's not just that they're just on top all the time. There are times when they're down, like cut, or just
Yeah.
little hurdles that they have to get over.
Of course. So yeah, the year after U18s, I got invited for development camp. I was like, you're the youngest like group of age in that range. I got cut. That cut didn't like affect me too much because I was like, I'm young, I can still do it again. Then I think the next year I went to camp, kind of like more prepared, knowing what was coming. Like the girls are older, stronger. Uh, I was in good shape. I played really well. Thought I would, like make the team. And then you get there and they're like, you didn't make the cut, and it was really hard to swallow. But at the end of the day, there's so many factors that affect like the decision of a coach. Either you're like trying for your, like rep team at home or anything. Like there's a lot of factors. Sometimes they want like they're not looking for that many skilled players. They want some power forwards. They want, like there's a lot of things that you cannot control,
Yeah.
and you just gotta control what you can control, like you said earlier. And it's kind of like a motivation for me to just be like, oh, I'll prove them wrong, or just prove myself that I'm still a great player, and not be too down on yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think, like you said, just controlling what you can control, do your best, have fun, and play to your um, abilities, and hopefully things take care of itself. There's lots. I mean, Team Canada has been known for a long time, not only for the
Hmm.
men's side but the women's side as well. I have won a lot of gold medals over the years, especially while I've been following it. But I think, yeah, I think even for me paying attention a lot to the men's side, there's some NHL superstars that get cut from that team. So
Yeah,
the kids can understand that, should understand that these very, very good players, and one of the, they're top players in the world that you could still call them, are still getting cut from these Olympic teams.
of course.
Um,
And there's like a fun story on that. Like my U18 team, there was this girl who was trying out for that team, didn't make it, and then she's now on the senior team, playing at Worlds right now. She's currently one of the best player like in Canada.
okay.
So it's
And
just like sometimes it's just like Lauren Gable.
okay.
She played for Clarkson University. And honestly, it's just I saw her progress. I think once she got cut from U18, she just went up crazy. Like sometimes it's just like everything happens for a reason. I think maybe she needed that for getting like where she is. She's awesome. So just never giving up is a big factor.
Yeah, definitely. There's people and athletes that can take those setbacks into positives and really take over. I've seen it a lot, especially I guess in the past 10 years, 15 years of college and pro hockey, where some of the guys that are the best, were the best, have been passed by the guys that were just below them. Still good players, but never the best. And then they just have those
Uh,
the rest of their careers ahead for some reason. And whatever, it's a long, long race, the whole hockey journey. But